Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the United Arab Emirates dirham, and specifically, we'll uncover the two most valuable and rare dirham coins that could be hiding in your pocket change or coin collection. These coins are not just everyday currency, they are hidden treasures with serious collector value. From special mint years to rare designs, each of these coins tells a unique story of the UAE's history and culture. So stay tuned until the end, because you might be surprised to learn that a simple dirham coin you own could actually be worth way more than its face value. Let's get started. To appreciate any coin, you must first understand the era it comes from. The late 1980s South were a period of rapidly growing economic and cultural consolidation in the UAE. The dirham, introduced only a few decades earlier, had become firmly established as the national currency. Coins dated of 1409 correspond to Gregorian 1988-1989, depending on the month. So these pieces sit at a crossroads of modern UAE nationhood and traditional Gulf trade culture. That cultural context affects collector interest. Coins from years of notable economic or political change often attract more attention because they're linked to stories, immigration, all wealth, infrastructure building that collectors like to tell alongside their pieces. When you hold a 1989 14091 dirham, study both faces carefully. Most UAE dirham coins pair Arabic script and numerals with English Gregorian dates. They typically display the denomination clearly and often include national emblems or symbolic motifs for collectors. The sharpness of the inscriptions, the clarity of the date, both Gregorian and Hijri, and any small mint marks or stylistic quirks are vital in close-ups. Look for dot lines, doubling, or irregular letter spacing. These are the things that can turn a common coin into a minor variety. Photograph the obverse and reverse in even light and use a loupe or macro lens to capture tiny features. Those images are what dealers and grading services will ask for. A core part of any valuation is confirming the coin's metal composition and dimensions. Many modern dirham coins are struck in cupro, nickel, or other base alloys rather than precious metals. That usually means intrinsic metal value is low and numismatic value depends on condition, rarity, and demand. Use calipers to measure diameter and a precise scale for weight. Record both if you have a suspected counterfeit or plated piece. A gentle magnet test and comparison against a verified reference coin can help. For this episode, I'll show you how to perform these simple checks at home without damaging the coin, and what numbers to expect for a genuine late 1980s UAE dirham, so you can spot the obvious red flags. Collector's value stories, and one of the biggest stories is rarity. Some years and mints produced huge runs of identical coins. Others produced smaller batches or had die errors that are now collectible. For the 1989 1409 dirham, common collectible features to watch for include die doubling, off-center strikes, planchet flaws, and mint strike variations where the shape or thickness differs slightly. Also watch for differences in the spacing of numerals or variations in Arabic calligraphy. These tiny typographic variations sometimes indicate a different dial. Walk through several photographed examples. Use your macro shots here so you can compare and spot these variants yourself. Remember, an error that looks dramatic in a photo may be inexpensive if many examples exist, so pairing the error type with known availability is key. Value follows condition. Here is a practical grading guide you can use. Heavily circulated coins show broad wear and flattening on high points. Lightly circulated ones keep most legends and rim detail. Uncirculated coins show full luster and crisp devices with only microscopic marks. Mint state proof pieces have mirror fields and exceptional strike. I'll describe the specific signs to look for on a UAE dirham, how the rim should look, where wear first appears, and where contact marks are most common, so you can self-grade with reasonable confidence. I'll also explain when you should consider submitting a coin to a third-party grading service and when that step is unnecessary because the coin's value doesn't justify grading fees. Everyone asks, how much is it worth? The short, practical answer: value varies widely by condition and rarity. For a typical circulated 1989 dirham, you might reasonably expect a modest premium over face value, often a few dirhams to a small multiple of face value among collectors. Lightly circulated examples can command moderate PRMIUMS, whereas well-preserved uncirculated or proof variants may be worth significantly more depending on demand and the presence of any rare die errors rather than quoting absolute numbers which fluctuate with markets. I'll show you how to check recent sales on auction sites, local coin shops, and collector marketplaces so you can derive a real current market price. Treat my ranges as starting points and always cross-check live listings before buying or selling. If you want to sell, timing and market channel matter. Local coin dealers offer speed and convenience but lower prices. Online auctions and specialist forums often fetch higher prices but take time and fees for buying. Insist on good photos, return policies, and clear condition descriptions. Avoid listings that lack clear images of both sides. Beware of overzealous grading claims and too good to be true bargains. I'll list negotiation scripts you can use with dealers, a short checklist of documents and photos to request from online sellers, and a few red flags that should make you walk away. Inconsistent weights, mismatched edges, or sellers who refuse close-ups. If you're serious about rarity claims, get a second opinion from an experienced regional collector or an accredited grading lab. Preservation is simple but essential. Keep coins in stable, dry, and temperate conditions, away from chemicals and PVC plastics that can damage surfaces. Use inert coin holders, acid-free albums, or well-ventilated display capsules for particularly valuable examples. Record provenance, where and when the coin was acquired, prior owners, and supporting paperwork, because documented provenance can raise beer confidence and in some cases price. I'll show compact storage options for display and transport and demonstrate safe cleaning practices to avoid irreversible damage. Spoiler: cleaning almost always reduces a coin's value, so rarely do it. Wrapping up, here is a quick checklist to screenshot. 1. Photograph both sides in macro. 2. Record weight and diameter. 3. Note condition and visible errors. 4. Compare against recent sales. 5. Choose selling channel. If you want, send me clear photos of your specific coin in the comments or via the contact links, and I'll give you a short free preliminary opinion. Include both obverse and reverse images, a scale photo, and the weight. If this format helped you, smash that like button, subscribe for weekly coin deep dives, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next episode, where we'll examine real examples, recent auction results, and a step-by-step demo of listing a dirham for sale. Thanks for watching, and remember, in coin collecting, the story and the condition matter more than the face value. To understand this coin, you need a bit of context. The UAE formed in 1971 and issued a set of modern decimal coins to unify currency across the Emirates. By 1984, the dirham designs had become well established, and the 1 dirham was a common everyday coin, yet its imagery and production tell a story about national identity and minting partnerships abroad. The 1984 issue is usually shown with the Arabic and Gregorian dates together, linking the Hijri and Gregorian calendars. A nice visual reminder of the coin's cultural context. Visually, the coin is strikingly simple and elegant. The reverse shows the denomination and country name in Arabic and English, while the obverse typically features the traditional Dala Arabic coffee pot. Above, the dual dates for on-camera shots. Aim for a tight macro on the Dala, then pull back to show the full legend so viewers can read the Arabic numerals and lettering. That Dala motif is small but iconic. It sells the local flavor of the coin on camera. Right to the technical specs. The 1984 A14 for UAE 1 dirham is a copper nickel coin with a weight around 11.3 grams, diameter about 28.5 millimeters, and a reeded milled edge. These exact numbers are what dealers and grading guides use to confirm authenticity. If a specimen is far from these figures, it's a red flag. Those specs are listed by trusted coin references and price guides used by collectors and dealers. Where was it struck? Several authoritative numismatic catalogs list mint attributions for this large type 1 dirham series. Many examples were struck by major foreign mints such as the British Royal Mint and the Royal Canadian Mint Winnipeg during the late 1970s-1980s era. That means subtle variations in strike quality can exist between batches, and for the serious collector, the mint attribution can affect desirability. Keep an eye on tiny differences in the lettering and the sharpness of the Dala that can hint at which mint made your piece. Now the money question: what is it worth? In typical circulated condition, this 1980 for 1 dirham is common and usually worth only a small premium. Overface many listings and current dealer catalogs show values in the low single digits USD for circulated grades and a modest premium for uncirculated pieces. For example, catalog guides and market listings often show VFTU and C values roughly from under $1 up to around $3, $10 depending on exact condition and the seller proof or special. Commemorative silver pieces are a different story and can carry higher prices. As always, condition drives value more than the date on common modern issues. When grading these on camera, show viewers the high points. Look at the relief of the dowel, the luster on the field, the flat part, hairlines, scratches, RIM dense and edge reading. A sharp strike with full luster and no contact marks is what dealers call UNC, uncirculated, and will command the top of the price range. Even small surface marks will drop a coin into VFO territory and reduce value. Mention with authority. Weigh the coin and measure diameter. If possible, a mismatched weight or size strongly suggests a counterfeit or altered piece. Because the coin is relatively low value, you'll mostly see honest circulation examples on eBay and marketplaces, but cheap counterfeits or altered pieces do exist. The red flags: wrong weight or diameter, incorrect edge, the real piece is reeded and poorly formed. Arabic numerals. Compare suspect coins to verified photos from trusted catalogs or auction records. Use a loop on the coins. Micro details, mismatched font shapes, or poorly centered motifs are giveaways. Catalog NGC style specifications are your friend when checking authenticity. If you're buying or selling, think like a dealer. Neat photos, clear grading notes, and honesty about any cleaning or damage matter for sourcing. eBay and specialized world coin dealers list many of these 1984 dirhams. You'll often find them for a few dollars each if you're aiming to upgrade your set target. UNC or BU brilliant uncirculated pieces and ask for weight and diameter confirmation. For sellers, list clear macro shots of both sides, the edge, and include the specs in the listing. That reduces bear questions and speed sales. Alright, that's the 1984 A14 for UAE 1 dirham in a nutshell. Common, historically interesting, and a fun pocket fill for world collectors. If you like this deep dive, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell, and drop a comment. Do you want a video comparing Royal Mint versus Royal Canadian Mint strikes of this coin? I can show side by side macros and value differences. If you want me to research specific mintage numbers or proof silver commemoratives which require digging into auction archives, say the word and I'll pull together a dedicated episode. Thanks for watching. Keep hunting those coins.